Hey, I'm Shines. Welcome to the channel. Today, I want to jump right in with 10 tips that you should know for this. Tip number 1, reverse recording. This is especially great for things like piano plucks and reverse cymbals. To do this, you're going to want to record backwards, but since that makes it harder to stay on beat, we're going to go to the metronome button here, and we're going to turn up the red encoder to get the metronome up to an audible level. Now we're going to play our tape backwards using Shift and Play, and you should be able to hear the metronome and time your hits accordingly. Speaking of the tape, let's talk about quick jumping. Do you ever fill up all 6 minutes of the tape and then just want to jump back to the very beginning of it? If you hold the stop button and then hit the arrow key to the left, it'll jump you all the way back to the very beginning. If you keep the stop button held down and you hit the right arrow, it'll take you right back to the very end of your last recording. Another tape trick involves tick marks. Hold the Shift key down and then press the stop button. You'll see additional tick marks appear between the tick marks that are already there. And these can get pretty precise. Another one in the tape mode is this. If you turn this white encoder, you can actually increase or decrease the speed at which the tape plays. If you hold the Shift key down and then turn the white encoder, you'll see it can go from 100% to 200, or even slow motion at 50%. Doing it as these percentages will actually keep your pitch the same. It'll just shift it all up or down an octave. Speaking of these encoders, have you noticed that the encoders actually double as buttons? I never found a place to use these as buttons until I went into the radio mode. So if you hold Shift and go to the microphone button here to get to the different inputs on OP-1, you can select radio. This is where if you click the green encoder in as a button, it'll simply jump to the next available station. So from there you can sample over the radio. And speaking of sampling, with the version 2.4.3 update, you can use your OP-1 as a sound card for your computer with audio over USB. This means that through your USB cable, you can sample straight from your computer apps, YouTube videos like this one, or other cool apps like radio, which lets you choose not only location, but specific time periods for music. Quick bonus tip, if you're getting any buzzing noises from this USB over audio thing, it's probably because your OP-1 is charging while connected to the computer. Hold the Shift key and hit the COM button and go to this option area right here. And here you can turn USB charging off. And while your OP-1 is connected to your computer, let's talk folders. So you're gonna wanna go to Shift and the COM button again, and this time hit Disk. Your OP-1 is gonna show up on your Mac or PC as a storage device. You can create folders for your presets, even rename them to whatever you like. This is when I like to archive my tape and my album before deleting them off of OP-1. This next one's just for fun, but play around with the different LFO types. My favorite is called Element, and this is gonna allow you to use the gravity sensor or the built-in microphone to modulate the sounds coming from OP-1. I've always wanted to get a sequence running and then take OP-1 out for a walk somewhere. I haven't tried this out yet, so maybe you can do it and let me know in the comments if you do. Speaking of the Element LFO, you could sort of turn OP-1 into a vocoder. I actually covered this in a recent video, and I'll link that down in the description below, so definitely check it out. It's a little weird and it's a ton of fun. Last but not least, the OP-1 can double as a USB MIDI controller. So when you're traveling with your laptop and you want to plug in a chord progression or something of that nature into your digital audio workstation, you can do that with your OP-1. Bonus tip, if you actually want to take that further, you can plug in another USB MIDI controller to your digital audio workstation to control your OP-1. And here is a video that actually covers that, so be sure to check this one out as well. There's a lot more videos like this coming your way, and we'll catch you in the next one.